Hello everyone, Sam is here from myforexmagicwave.com, making this video about the tweet or the message that I put on the Telegram, which is, let me see, right here. Okay, um, it's a EA and GA, 40 minutes short and 20 minute long, right? Typically, we get this situation every now and then. So what do? What is the approach is that we start watching the 7 minute chart to see which way it is going, right? If it is going to be a 20-minute setup playing out, or the 40 will prevail, right? And that is usually what happens is that when you are in the 40-minute setup as well as the 20-minute setup, 40 short, 20 long, then on a 7 minute chart, we are in a place where I call it no man's land, right? So, and after that, either you're going to get a long setup or a short setup. Now, and then I thought the long is going to prevail, right? So I even wrote it down here that I think longs will prevail. But it doesn't really matter what do you think or I think. The clear sign is that the 7 minute chart is going to give you the entry. Simple as that, right? Now, the question I got, the reason I'm making this video is that I got an email from Arthur. Arthur, I'm making this video for you and everybody else, right? Because it's a very good, valid question, and it will help in the future. So what happened is that your question was that the daily range was completed, right? And now, if the daily range is completed, so what is going to be either something huge happen out there, fundamentally, and then for that matter, that pair is going to put some range outside the daily range. Maybe the daily range is what right now you can see here. It says 265. Okay, so for some outstanding reason, right? The pair may put like 350, 400 pip. That happen once in a while, but when there is no other reason or any situation out of the blue, then usually is gonna regard this daily range, right? So around 250, 260. So once the daily range is finished, so this is the low, this is the high, very clear sign, right? Because this is where the day started, this white line. Now, if you look at it, the low was 60, 80, 60, and the high was, let me move this pan from here, the high was 83, right? So 83.13, so that's 250. So it is pretty close to the daily range. So daily range was finished. So Arthur was 100% right that the daily range was completed, right? So, but the thing is that the time of the day is still left, right? This is the 1400 hour, and we have plenty of time. And from there, we move here, and it is right now 17. So it's like almost 3-4 hour, right? So the chances were that we might move. But can we, if we are not going above the daily range, but can we go and move within the daily range? Yeah, we can do that, right? So that's why the more chances, if you think that way, that the daily range is finished. So it may not go above here because it's going to be going. It may not go long, maybe because it's going to be above the daily range. So the more chances are that it might drop, right, and play between that. So the daily range is still there, and then it can drop 200 pip, but the daily range is still intact because the high of the day is this and the low of the day is this. So chances are going to the downside have increased a lot when you think it that way, that the daily range is completed already, and the only way we can go is down, right? Make sense? And not only that, this is what it is, but then icing on the cake is that if you look at the 20-minute, obviously it was long and it was here, right? It was long, but the idea was to see the 7 minute if it is going to give us a long or a short. Now, with the daily range and the 40-minute idea telling us that 90% chance are we're gonna drop, right? And maybe go back and test this level. This is a big level, 81.37, and this is pound Aussie 40-minute chart, by the way, right? I don't have written here. So that's being said, we are looking for what? More chances are to go to the downside. So now we're going to look at the 7-minute chart, and this is what it is. And at the time of the 40-minute short setup and 20-minute long setup, we were here. This is what I call no man's land, because the yellow is in between black and red. It has to be on one side, either above of black and red or below black and red, right? Above for long and below for short. So it's in between black and red means it's a no man's land. Here we can't take any trade. Can't take here, nothing, right? Now, even here, it's not, because it's below the black, but the black is above the red, right? And it's really congested here. But all of a sudden, you see, boom, it dropped, and we were expecting a drop, right? So it dropped here, and then it goes, and then it started giving you nice, clean, very, very clean short setups, right? This is a short setup, right? So this is what happened, and now you can take any one of these, and even if you take this one, it drops here a little bit. 13 minutes, not 13 minutes, 13 pip SL. You move it to maybe 7 or 8 pip, and then it takes you out. Fine, thank you very much, and then you get in again, and then you go all the way down with that, right here now. Okay, you get it? It's so simple. If you are in a 40-minute and a 20-minute opposite setup, then we go for a 7-minute, and 7-minute give us a very, very clear signal where it is going, and it start to go down. The question is how easy to take. And here's my entry. It's I shrink the chart so that it can, I can show you the whole chart. Otherwise, it's good. It was another account from a laptop, so this picture is from there. But you see, it was coming down here, and this is where I lost 7 pip maybe. And I don't even show or tell you guys, because it's it doesn't make any sense when I'm having a 140, 150 pip, and then I said, oh, I made a first entry, and that was I lost 10 pip, and then I make the whole chart showing that how I lost 10 pip. That's nonsense. So yeah, once in a while that happened, but I discount the 7 pip out of 90, so it's okay, right? So this is where I got in, held nicely, and all the way down here, and it is going even more right now. I can see it, and it may drop even more, right? But you guys know that what I'm expecting is a long for now. If we go back here and then look at the weekly chart, this is what's happening. Big, long, huge drop, right? And exactly at the TL and huge number 8137. So anytime now, maybe today, not today, maybe tomorrow, or maybe next week, we're gonna bounce from here and go back at least 38% retracement or something, maybe 91.71 again. So that what I'm expecting. So going short is be careful now, very be careful. Because anytime it can make the turn. So I got in, it dropped big time, and I got out. Simple as that. So Arthur, you see how easy it is if you pay attention, and that was a very, very good idea to look at the daily range, and then you can judge easily that which way it is more possible that it will go, right? The daily range to the top, it's very hard to go there, because it's going to be breaking and going, and putting more daily range than the usual average daily range. We were here around 250 already. Then you have a reversal candle. That means we're not going up, and then 40-minute, and then you run into 20-minute short. Chances are that it will play out, but the daily range is the one that stopped it, and the 7-minute chart showed you the way, gave you nice, beautiful entries to go short. So many entries here, right? I took this one. You could have taken this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and then at least even from here you can probably 60, 70 pip, right? Look, it's keep dropping. My trade is closed, but it's I closed it when it was here, right? I should have closed closed the damn thing here, but I waited, and then it went to the upside. Okay. So by the time I made the chart, it dropped here, and then I closed it. And now it's like maybe 30 pip more. So this is how you play around with these 40-20, and then whenever you get into that situation, you're not always getting into that situation, but when you get it, it's a very, very like a gold mine kind of thing. All you gotta do is watch the 7-minute chart and see which way you're going, whatever the way it goes, start giving you the entries, just jump on it. All right. So I hope it will help you guys. And I'll be right now is what it's almost 12, so I'm gonna take a nap for a couple hours because I didn't sleep all night long and all day. But I'm gonna take a nap a couple hours and then get back again. And then 4 p.m. I'll see you guys again. 4 p.m. Like 4 hours from now, our regular Wednesday webinar. All right. So we will talk in detail then. So this is what I just wanted to answer and show Arthur and everybody else that it was a very good and valid question. I never thought of explaining that, but since he asked the question and I it came into my mind that it is a very valid reason and something that everybody should pay attention to before going and taking the trade from 7-minute chart, right? So bye for now and talk to you in a few hours.